Hey guys, this is Steven Fox and I'm back very quickly with another Elephone S8 video since you all wanted to know so much about it, and I do get these sort of comments that I want to clarify a few things. First of all, the display definitely is not AMOLED. Sorry, I got misled, but I will show you why in a moment. But the display is absolutely fantastic, as you can see. I did not lie about that. This is an absolutely stunning display to view media on, and the display is 6 inches, which I'll show you a little bit later on. Yep, that is how you view media on this thing. Amazing. And now this is why I got confused. This is my Meizu Pro 6 Plus, which does have a Super AMOLED panel, and this is the Elephone S8, both at maximum brightness. And can you tell that this is not an AMOLED panel? I don't think so. I think both displays look equally awesome, and kudos to Sharp. They do make the loveliest colors palettes I've ever seen, and this display actually has quite a bit of tech inside it, provided by MediaTek and the Helio X25. So the chip is not only very fast for gaming, but it's also very good for a few other things as well, which I'll get to a bit later on. So here it is, both phones side by side, no video editing, no high production values, no $2,000 cameras, just my $250 Samsung NX Mini camera and my girlfriend shooting in the back because I don't have another hand to shoot with it. Sorry, my fiance. You see you checking out both phones? Can you tell that this is not an AMOLED panel? Oh, it was. I know there's a sure way to tell that an AMOLED and LCD panel, but I got carried away yesterday with the initial impressions because I was so impressed by this phone, and I'm rarely impressed by any device within the $200–250 price range. As you can see, side by side with my Meizu Pro 6 Plus, it does offer very cool looking display and excellent viewing outside in sunlight conditions. So to all of you who commented on that the display is not as good as the AMOLED, and definitely those funny comments about the 2G Mix and Meizu Alpha's display being better than this one, I'm sorry, but I definitely 101% beg to differ with you. The Elephone S8 display is absolutely the best display I've ever seen on a new phone at this price point. And all of you who said that the build quality on this thing is something cheap, think again, because the back is polycarbonated, and this is one of the toughest materials you can get on any device. So this is a very durable phone with great build quality. This is more durable than any metal. And the Elephone S8 comes with all Google services, even Google Assistant. Okay Google. Okay Google. Okay Google. And now let me tell you more about the tech behind the display. And this is not only mirror vision, but this is the highest form mirror vision with clear motion, which reduces jag and lagginess from playing back high frame rate video like 60 frames per second. And it does also come with the chameleon display feature that I've not reviewed before, and watched the video on it by MediaTek, and it does say that turning on this feature makes the display be able to cope with paper like text and images. So if you're viewing something that should be readable, like text from a newspaper or something, the display here will adapt to the ambient light and be more and more lifelike, and I can definitely tell that's the case. This also supports dynamic contrast. One thing you need to know about the Elephone S8 is that this software that I'm running on is definitely not final. This is some kind of pre-build, so it does have a few quirks, but I've not encountered any serious issues so far. The phone was great, just there's a few hiccups from time to time. And here is the display itself in bright sunlight conditions outside. This is shot with my Meizu Pro 6 Plus, so the video is not as good as on my NX Mini camera. but here you can see excellent outside sunlight visibilities on a very sunny day. So it may not be an AMOLED panel, but I'm 120% sure it beats Doogee Mix and Meizu Alpha and actually grinds them to dust. And here it is inside my house. You can see this is around 8 PM when there's little light outside, and this is basically in no light conditions. The display just absolutely looks amazing. I just can't believe they've packed this great display in phone with Helio X25 with 64 gigs of onboard storage and with capable front and back cameras. Yes, capable front and back cameras, because I'll show you a few photo samples in a minute. As I said, this is not a final build of the software, and this is the same thing I saw with the Elephone P8. First, initially, before I received an update, the Helio P20 inside wouldn't turn on all the cores and would perform worse in AnTuTu benchmark and some other tests, but mostly benchmark related. And it's the same here. The two big A72 cores are not allowed to be turned on by the system, so you do get like an 8-core 2 GHz CPU, which is at the same level of the Snapdragon 625 without having the two big cores, and the performance is very good. It's better than the Helio P25 and P20 for sure, even without those two cores. And the phone does support plenty of languages. It is a dual SIM phone with the bands I shown. This supports plenty of bands. It does work in the US, it does work anywhere in Europe and in Asia too. And of course you can enable on-screen buttons if that is your thing. It's not mine. And you can see it's running Android 7.1.1 straight out of the box, and this is the only version that's come. And Elephone will probably release an update, as yes, they do release updates for their phones. They might not bring this phone through Android Oreo, but they will most certainly issue another update or two to get the CPU running in full gear and fix a few bugs here and there. Said one of the most annoying bugs that I've encountered is that sometimes when I take a picture with the camera, it didn't produce a sample image, but I've had this happen like 5-6 times. This is absolutely normal for these devices. They are rushed to the market, but as with other Elephone phones I've tested before, they do release an update in 2-3 weeks and fix all of these issues at hand. And as you see, the build quality is very good on this device. This fits well in the hand. And here are some photo samples, because all of you wanted to know, and especially that guy was claiming that Meizu Alpha's camera is better than this. I'm really sorry, but I definitely beg to differ with you on this one here, and especially with the low light performance. Since I've just had a few low light shots with it, and I'm very pleased with the low light performance at this price point. Most of you will probably want me to compare it. It's just as good as the Redmi Note 4, Redmi Note 4X when it comes to the main camera. The front camera is definitely better than that. I wouldn't go so far as to say it's on par with the Mi 5X, because the shutter speed is slower, and I think the low light performance is a bit better on the Mi 5X, but it's definitely very close to that. And it does have one sensor instead of two, which for me is always better. That's why I'm sticking with my Meizu Pro 6 Plus as well. This is the first telephone I really like. With the only con so far I can think of is that it's missing the headphone jack and the LED notification lights, but I definitely can live with that for this price and this awesome display. And as always, you can buy the phone from the link in the description below. Do support my channel, share my videos on your social media. Thank you for supporting me. This has been Stephen Fox. Peace out.
Stick around.